Go, Lynn.
Yeah.
G'day.
G'day, Lynn.
Hi, guys. I'm calling from Tauranga. I'm just here to learn. So.
Oh, cool.
Same.
Have you been to the Tauranga Meetup and met Andy and stuff?
I've been to 3 meetings, once by myself, nobody else came. But the other 2 were good.
Cool.
Yeah, we're good. And I'm heading to Queenstown for the thing down there. So.
And the Bush Bash afterwards?
I wouldn't be up to that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm 71, and I think I might be past that trip. I don't know. If I knew more about it, maybe I'd do something. But
2-hour walk from the car park.
2 hours.
Yep.
Yeah. And how much of a climb?
I don't. Well, it's at the Rootburn Flats, so I don't think it's much. But I can look up how much of a climb, like much more detailed information on it.
Can you send me some info?
Absolutely.
I don't know how to do that.
Sure.
But,
yeah, the All Trails app. I will look it up and send it to you. But I've seen it before on the All Trails app, and they've got real detailed, like they've got the altitude, like a graph and stuff like that. But yes, just 2 hours from the car park, and we'll spend 2 nights there, so a full day, and we'll just be do like a Bitcoin unconference. So you just chuck like topics in a hat, and we pull them out, and anybody that can share some light on that topic can talk about that topic or something. It's the vibe I get.
Okay.
Is I think what we'll do. Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's Bitcoin Alive in Sydney on the 8th March, just after that too, which I'll be going to.
I won't be going.
Yeah.
Queenstown's a big enough stretch, so.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Yeah. So, have you got any questions about Bitcoin?
Well, I should have had, but my head went blank. So what's his name? Ben was talking about stuff before about self-custody, and I'm not tech. I'm an old mechanic, not tech on the internet or any of that sort of stuff, and I'm scared of doing something wrong, and I'd like to learn and be confident to know how to deal with it. And that's not easy to do, is it? Because you sort of have to trust somebody else to walk you through it. And anyhow, we'll get there. Wallets are one thing. I've got an online wallet, so I can't remember what it is. I've got a Ledger and I've got a Trezor, and every time I buy a wallet, the next thing that happens on YouTube is it tells you that they're suspect. You shouldn't have one. You should have something else. So I've been playing that game a bit. So.
Oh no! Like if just as long as you didn't buy it second hand, if you've got a hardware, it's fine. Really,
is it?
It's better. Yeah, just as long as it's not on an exchange.
Yeah.
Or was I say like if some dodgy guy sold it to you?
No, wasn't going to let that happen.
Yeah, but if it came in a sealed, tamper-proof thing, then you're better than 99% of people, because not everyone doesn't even have their own keys.
From Amazon, had it sent out here, and they're new and sealed, and you check all the instructions that it gives you about checking that stuff. So.
Yeah, well, if it's from a reputable seller, it should be all good.
Yeah.
And then just backing it up properly, like, the seed phrases in multiple different places.
Yeah, okay. We're sorted.
I mean, I'll just be devil's advocate. I mean, what if you do so many that it's easy to find? What it's always a double-edged sword, right? I mean, like you're trying to kind of like hide it. You know, you're trying to memorize it because you want to be 100% secure. You don't want to be hacked. You put it into place, or you put a passphrase on it and you forget about it and you can never access it anymore. I mean, look, there's a lot of issues with it, I think, in terms of self-custody still. But yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it's the best thing that, you know, you could probably possibly have at the moment. But I think it can get better. You know, it can get a lot easier. But yeah, I think for most people, new to this especially, they're just probably going to go to the, you know, traditional route in the traditional system, unfortunately.
Another thing I have is as an older guy, I've got to think about what happens when I croak. So I thought about checking out the Bitcoin way, but I'm told that can be quite expensive. But what do you call it? When there's, I need to probably do something in the future about a multi-sig wallet or something like that.
Yeah, well, if you've got hardware wallets,
maybe like bank, maybe in the future I should move it to bank custody or something like that. But I really didn't want to do that. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, collaborative custody. You could do that, and that's the main way. If you've got lots of, you know, seed phrases around the place, you do that, yeah, or you know, or a passphrase.
Yeah, well, for now we're okay, so we'll just let it sit for a while and see where things go. But it's quite an interesting trip. I came into this thing basically in, when was it, 2021 or 2020, when COVID hit. I saw some ads and on my computer because I was you know, unemployed because of COVID. I'd retired before and then I got a job. A friend asked me to work for him and I retired again temporarily. Well, it was going to be for good, but I went back in the end. Yeah, there were some ads, and who's the guy? Hoskins. There was an ad somewhere on YouTube talking about how Hoskins was making a whole lot of money, and then one of the TV presenters, and it was, you know, I followed it through, and it said it was Bitcoin, and it looked like BS to me, but anyhow, I started wondering what Bitcoin was, and I just kept looking at stuff, and eventually landed on Michael Saylor and nice. Andreas Antonopoulos, and yeah, I don't know whether I want to tell you about that. I gave a fair bit of Bitcoin away to a scam from being greedy. You know, the 2-for-1 deal.
Oh, Elon Musk.
No. Yeah. Well, it wasn't. I don't know who it was. It was. I just watched the thing on Michael Saylor, and you know, he seemed. I'd watched quite a bit of stuff, and he seemed like a pretty straight up sort of a guy. And then one of those things talked about the 2-for-1 thing, and my missus was putting me under pressure to get organised to go out, and I thought, damn it, I'll do it, and I hit the button and gave away a quantity of Bitcoin that I'll always regret.
Yeah.
And I learned something, didn't I?
Yeah, totally. I hope you did.
Sorry?
And don't do it.
I did learn something, yeah. So, yeah. But I in that area, I worry about what AI is going to do, because I can see a whole lot more scams hitting the internet because of AI. Not that I know anything about it, but just, you know, it's got to happen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Anyhow, I've said enough. I come here to learn.
Yeah, it's always interesting hearing other people's stories about it. You know, you could lose yourself. You could, you know, give it away, or you could be, you know, scammed. You can get scammed away. But I feel like that's where like most people are hesitant in terms of like actually custodying themselves. I mean, they obviously don't truly understand. Like I said before, it's a need to know basis, right? I mean, if you don't have the need to self custody, unfortunately, mate, those people just will never cut self custody. But if you need to self custody, then you're gonna go and learn it. I think it is just a need to know basis.
Well, some of us are silly enough to do that, or whatever you call it. But it, you know, it was part of the, you know, spending hours listening to stuff on YouTube. You pick up on things that you should do and things that you shouldn't do, and you know, I don't leave it on the exchange now. Yeah, I think I've got it, the basics of it sorted, but I'm still pretty hazy. So anyhow, the Tauranga meetups are good, and there's some good guys there. So this one, I met her.
Need a pot, is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She was good. And there was a couple from Auckland.
Tip NZ and James.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, you got it. And she's the one that did the poem thing and wherever the conference was.
Rap.
Yeah, it was good.
She's real
good to meet those people. So,
yeah. And I've got to go down to that Tauranga meetup real soon too. Try and fix my motorbiker and get down there. So hopefully I'll meet you soon for a beer.
Well, I won't have a beer and then drive home. So I won't have a beer, but I'll have a lemon lime and bitters or something like that.
Yeah, glass of water.
Yeah, that's it.
For sure. Because I was talking to one other guy in Tauranga, and he is real deep. I forget his name, but like he's got all around the world meeting.
Hank.
Yeah, okay, yeah, meeting the top Bitcoiners all over the world.
Yeah,
he seems like a very interesting person.
Yes, he is.
Can you like elaborate who's the top Bitcoiner, James?
No, like he's gone to all these conferences and he's met he's set Cody up with a lot of his guest speakers.
I don't know how much I could say, but he went to El Salvador for the halving.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, all I'm saying is like, how do you define a top Bitcoiner? Because I don't know how to define one.
Andre
Antonopoulos.
And, like a Bitcoin OG. Yeah. Okay, I guess you mean.
Yeah. Like somebody that's written a Bitcoin book and stuff.
Well, you better write a Bitcoin book, James.
It's their accommodation and flights paid for to be able to talk Bitcoin. One day.
you
Mark Moss.
Yeah, I met Mark Moss. I'm wearing the cheat code shirt.
Oh, that's his, is it? Okay.
Well, he was at Cheat Code, not necessarily his, but I met him at Cheat Code, and yeah, he was an interesting dude.
Yeah,
he was pretty cool. I liked his battle board that tripped him out.
The battle board, no, don't know about it.
Yeah, how he plans his life.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, fills it up with like the big rocks, the boulders. Yeah. Because instead of sand, effectively, and he's got a free thing on his website about the battle board, and I found it very motivating to plan your life. And another one was like deep work, like doing like 3-hour time slots, and cutting out all distractions and just working real hard for. Yeah, I found those two concepts very interesting and quite helpful.
Yep. Okay.
Looks like he's onto it, eh?
You were at Cheat Code too,
Yeah,
eh?
I know. We met him
Yeah.
together. But he's
Yeah.
pretty on. He's always on the go kind of guy. Put your own perspective and put Bitcoin into your life and spin that story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, how does everyone in the room feel about this year? Like, what do you guys any comments, any thoughts, any reasons to be bearish, any reasons to be bullish, or just in general?
Yeah. I think just so many reasons to be bullish.
Well, then give me a reason that's bearish then.
I can't think of one, bro. I'm just thinking bullish, as in like, we talked about it's for 8 million people, billion people, but I was just thinking like AIs have Bitcoin now. They're stacking sats, which is
Yeah, the narrative of AI using Bitcoin to transact and stack sats in the metaverse in the future is it's a good narrative. I mean, but I think we're not there yet. We're at the point where they're stacking sats probably because of someone else letting them. Well, from a real person's perspective, they're helping them stack sats still, like them to use it unintentionally and for their own selves. It's we're not there yet. You know what I mean? But I think we will be.
I can give you two bearish things.
Yeah.
cool.
One of them is the Bitcoin cycle, which we're supposed to head into a down year soon when it happens, and the other one is the fact that the president never signed off the Bitcoin strategic reserve. But whether either of those things are truly bearish, I suspect they're not, because as far as the strategic reserve goes, there seems to be that many countries that are about to kick it off anyhow. Countries and states in America, and various funds, retirement, what do you call them? What do they call them in America? They're pension funds. There's that much, and with the news yesterday that banks can custody it, according to Jerome Powell, it's all heading in the right direction, isn't it? It feels like it's all right to me. I'm happy with where it's going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think. I think that's a really good summary of the events, and yeah, I think he's definitely more bullish than bearish sentiment this year. The strategic reserve, in my opinion, when they mentioned it, what is it, Senator? Was it Loomis or something like that? And RFK, they came out and talked about it. In my opinion, I think Trump is someone that might still go through with some of those plans for the strategic reserve. But at the same time, we have to really just have a step back and just think about announce that, hey, look, I'm going to go and buy and just literally go out and do this strategic reserve, and we're going to accumulate 1 million Bitcoin. Don't you think they're shooting themselves in the foot, because you'll be front run by the price action In my opinion, what they should do is they should just quietly accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible, and then tell everyone, "Hey, look, we're going to do this strategic reserve, and we've got X amount of Bitcoin now." I mean, in my opinion, that's probably a better play, but I don't know if they're smart enough to do that. And quite frankly, I don't even know if politicians are smart enough to understand whether they want to custody Bitcoin or not.
I'll come back in on
Yeah.
that. I came here to London, not talk, but
No, please talk. Yeah.
Trump's got, when he was on his what do you call it, crusade for his election, he when he spoke about setting up the Bitcoin reserve, he also said things that told me he didn't know very much about Bitcoin at all. But he's got a team of people around him that are Bitcoin people, and I think if they're going to set up a reserve, they'd be foolish to make it public before they do it. I think, like you say, that they're going to do it quietly.
Yeah.
It just makes sense to do it quietly, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But anyhow, I'm a dummy, and my brain doesn't work very well anymore. I'm old. So anyhow.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that, or it could be just that still very early, into the presidency, and he hasn't really started on announcing that. Although his team of consultants in the background has already started, from my understanding, accumulating crypto assets, and the media portrays that they've accumulated X amount of millions of Bitcoin, but they're not actual Bitcoin. They're like some sort of wrap Bitcoin on another network, either the Ethereum network or on the on Solana network, I think. So it's not true Bitcoin, from my perspective, from my understanding of what I read. So yeah, I mean, I feel like this time is still going to be a lot of pain. There's still going to be crazy cycles in this round. So just, buckle up. Anything can happen, but I think we're going to go up before we go down.
Well, I think because Trump bought out his Trump coin and Melania coin, I think that told the world that he doesn't know much about it. So
my first thought when I heard that is just to try and get more Bitcoin. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
and it happened, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Well, apart from it's wrapped Bitcoin or whatever, but yeah, it just rug pulled all the potential people that were showing interest.
Yeah, well, we don't know what's going on there amongst those people, but like I said before, I think he's got a good team of Bitcoiners around him that will probably give him some guidance in that area. Like Vivek, who's he's gone from the thing with Elon, hasn't he, to
First Bitcoin only country, drop fiat. It'll be compulsory for companies to have Bitcoin reserves because that's the only currency that she wants to have. But I thought they would have had their election or something like that by now.
Where's that? The top of South America, is it?
Yep.
How big is the country?
So that's only a little country.
Yeah.
Have we got anybody in any politicians in New Zealand that are interested?
Interested in Bitcoin?
Yeah.
No, unfortunately not.
No.
I had a chat with Luxon beginning of 2024. He invited all these people to breakfast and stuff like that, and I had a chat with him, and he is clueless. He has no idea about anything about crypto. He doesn't even know what CBDCs are. So we're way off in terms of what's going on at the moment, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
You might have heard of it now because of Trump, though.
Oh, he's definitely heard of it, but he's given me the impression that he's not going to even touch that realm.
Yeah, he's not stacking.
He's stacking.
Sure.
He just wants the real estate market to readjust.
If he comes to it, to a university age, I think.
How's it going?
Hey, bro.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, bro. Hear you? New speaker.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to just jump in. I've got 5 minutes, so I might as well say a couple of words.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
There's no way for a second I believe that Chris Luxon doesn't know what a CBDC is.
I agree with that.
There's no way that I would believe that for a second. New Zealand is asleep at the wheel. This is, I'm a Bitcoin maxi. I've been doing this for a long time.
Or asleep at the ship.
What's that?
At a ship, or asleep at the naval ship.
Yeah,
How?
they're totally asleep at the wheel, but they definitely know what a CBDC is. In my view, they're WEF adjacent, for want of a better word. And for Bitcoiners, I just think patience is needed. Trump has just got in. Trump doesn't know what Bitcoin is. A lot of people around him understand it absolutely perfectly, and I believe that there's another 4-year cycle sort of lagging behind the sort of halving, but we're going to get Trump, and then we're going to get 2 terms of probably JD Vance or someone similar like that, and so the future for Bitcoin, it's just got to go through a cycle, but the future for Bitcoin could not be more bullish.
For sure.
Sounds good to me.
That would be my opinion, and whether Luxon knows about it or not is
it's irrelevant.
Irrelevant. It's totally irrelevant.
I did ask him. I did ask him about CBDCs. He has no idea. Like literally, he didn't. And when I explained it to him about what it actually is, he said that he's not planning on having something of that nature. So
He's the most unbelievable politician. I mean,
he's a good speaker. I'll give him that. But that's about it.
Is he?
yeah. It doesn't really matter. The people in charge in New Zealand aren't. We're not really that sovereign. We're signed up to all of the things that we've got to be signed up to, and our politicians just, we're like a little cork in the ocean, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the ones in the back of the tail that's following. You know.
Totally.
We're following Australia and then we're following America and so forth.
Totally. So you got to sympathise for these politicians. They have to. They have to, you know, follow UN. They have to follow WEF. They have to follow climate change stuff. They have to do these things. They've got no choice.
Well, America's just opted out of
Yeah.
the Paris Agreement, out of the what else was it? The
LBQ.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
as the winds blow harder, we will fall in line, you know.
well, I hope we fall in line behind America,
Yeah, it'll take a while.
because Australia needs to do a turnaround yet.
Yeah. But Trump's only just got in it. We're only in week 2, right?
Yeah.
I just it's never been more bullish from where I sit. I've been in this since 2013. It's never ever been. It's just crazy how bullish it is. Number doesn't go up fast enough, of course. We all have that, but it's incredible what's going on.
Yeah, a lot less risk for sure.
Yeah,
I'd say there's no risk. I mean, I'm the father of 6 kids. All their savings are in Bitcoin. I got 6 Bitcoiners.
Wow.
Oh.
That's awesome.
good on you, mate.
They know that's all we talk about.
So when you say you're a maximalist, Rion, there's Rion, how do you manage buying groceries and stuff like that? How do you?
Okay. So sorry. I'm not that.
No, it's not on the Bitcoin standard.
I'm not on the Bitcoin standard. Sorry, I might have jumped too far there. But I'm a maxi in terms of.
You don't deal in other crypto.
Hell no.
Okay.
Been through that years ago.
He doesn't invest in Bitcoin. He saves Bitcoin.
Yep. I absolutely believe in it 110%. I dollar cost average into it aggressively. I run a normal business. It's my fiat mine, and I pull as much trash cash out of it and smash it into Bitcoin as quickly as possible. And luckily, my wife understands. And once I mean, I haven't had my track record of orange pilling people is terrible. I don't know if I've orange pilled anybody. But my family, they're all on board.
Yeah.
I've given away I've given away so many sets over the last 10 years trying to show people. Nah.
Yeah, too much. Have
Well,
you used tip cards yet?
I'll see. I think they say that there's no one who's understood Bitcoin who's ever gone back the other way.
There's a couple, I think, in the big world, but they just got swayed away, I think, with other cryptos.
If they did, they didn't understand it properly, I would say.
I muddled through from either 2020 or 2021, I can't remember without looking. When it was $16,000, I got involved anyhow, and I've done 3 years without meeting anybody else that was into it. Up until pretty much the first Tauranga meetup, which I think was November last year.
Yeah.
When you met Anita on the Bitcoin Standard.
Yeah. That's it. That meeting. Those were the first time I met anybody else that was involved.
The hardest thing is patience. I mean, like, you're just looking at the number today and you're reading constant bullish news and you're wondering why numbers not going up, but you've just got to get off that and just understand that it will.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I'm a lot more when it goes down, I don't panic like I did early on.
Yeah, panic goes up.
Well, I sold most of what I had on there at one stage. When not long after I'd started, I got a reasonable amount in there, and then it went down, and I sold it, and I bought it back in.
That's the biggest mistake you could make. Yeah, you just can't.
Yeah. Well, I've never done it since. Yeah. So
it could drop. Honestly, I've been through so many of these things. I don't want to sound like some old grandpa here, but I've been through so many of these.
I'm an old grandpa,
it could drop 30% tomorrow, and I'd be like, on one hand, I would have to admit that the emotion would be like, oh fuck, but then quickly for the other emotion would be smash by.
Yeah. Well, that's how I feel too.
Yeah. See, it usually just drops heaps after I buy, which is what. Oh.
Yeah.
Where do you guys buy your Bitcoin from?
And because then I've got nothing left either to buy one. But Lightning Pay.
Is that where everyone goes to?
No, I just use Easy Crypto. I only recently heard about Lightning Pay, and I have to find out how to do that.
Oh yeah, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, I've used both Easy and Lightning Pay.
The idea of non-KYC appeals to me.
Yeah, they all KYC.
That's Anita Posh or Meetups if you want to get no KYC, really.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I don't really understand how you do that, but
well, you just give Anita Posh some money because she needed money, right? She was on the Bitcoin Standard. Like when she was in Auckland, there was a lady that, sold her some Bitcoin. You just sell, you send somebody some Bitcoin, you get some cash.
Yeah.
Peer to peer.
Okay. Oh, well, she's probably busy helping people in Africa.
Oh, yeah, but there'll be, we help people get started, as we were talking about before, like somebody that wants like a reasonable amount, like you could sell it to them instead of them going to an exchange.
Yeah.
Hey, just a quick one for me. I can't opportunity to have basically Bitcoin exposure through on your KiwiSaver. You guys talked into that at all?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it.
Joel.
On the chats we have.
Joel from Radical Invest.
Joel, yeah. So I'm just I'll just put this out there. I moved my KiwiSaver to him in June last year. It's doubled.
Yeah.
It's doubled. So it's like a 50-50 micro strategy, BlackRock ETS or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like my KiwiSaver has been the snooziest, lamest returns ever. It's like not something I never even took notice of. Threw it across there, went aggressive. Yeah. You got to.
So when did you put it across,
What's
Rion?
that?
When did you put it across
In
there?
June last year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so you've had all the rise. Yep. Okay.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, fuck, it doesn't bother me. Like, it's so much more reactive to the market. I'm way happier.
So how were you able to move it? Do they let you move it?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. So there's a guy. There's a guy called. It's a Kiwi Wrap. Product. Joel Robinson. Radical Investments. He's called.
Invest, not invest.
And Invest. Yep. You know him. Yeah. And it's a 50K minimum. Investment, and they I don't think they just take anyone, but man, what a I couldn't be happier with it.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't think too many Kiwis know about that, especially Bitcoiners, but there are ways to have full exposure,
Yeah. Or he does not.
If you believe, you believe, right?
Yeah, well, I had a chat with him
Right.
earlier on this last year. 50K minimum. I just wasn't sure if you could just pick exactly a full allocation in terms of MicroStrategy, for example, or not. I think you still have to spread it out or something like that. And you have to have like 1% in cash, I think, as well.
Yep, you do.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I was almost gonna do it until I just called up my KiwiSaver and I just told him like it ain't gonna work, and took it all out.
Oh mate, I did it. No, couldn't be happier.
Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to leave the chat, but that's been really interesting. So how often are you going to do this, James?
Well, yeah, try and do it a bit more regularly now, and but yeah, I will let you know soon. This one, do a bit more preparation for it, and 12 hours, 10 hours, or whatever it was.
Yeah. Okay. Righto. Thank you very much. I better go because my wife wants to have tea.
Later.
Cool.
Catch you
See ya.
tomorrow.
See ya.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. Good to meet you.
See you, mate.
Where are you, Rion? For what meetups do you go to?
Oh man, I haven't been. The first meetup I ever went to was I think I met you over there. Was the Sydney cheat code.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I was at that, and that's the only.
Oh, you were there as well?
What's
Can't
that?
remember. I said you were at the Sydney cheat code as well.
Yeah, I was at the Sydney cheat code.
Okay, I went with James. We were both there.
Oh yeah, well I did definitely meet James.
Yeah.
And that's the only, to be honest, for me, that's the only thing I've ever been to.
Sweet. That was solid.
Yeah, same. First big meet.
So Queenstown or the Bush Bash?
When's
March. 1st of March in Queenstown, couple of days, and then the 3rd and 4th of March for the Bush Bash, just a 2-hour walk from the car park. 2 nights, so spend a full day there. And then there's Bitcoin Alive in Sydney on the 8th of March.
Okay, I feel like the early March, I think I'm going to be in Vegas for the Warriors.
Oh, well, sweet.
I think I'll be there, bro. But yeah, I'm keen to get involved a bit more. I feel like a cool spaces idea might be to talk to non-Bitcoin. Like I don't know how you'd even publicize this and get it going, but like talk to people who are interested in Bitcoin and just answer some real basic questions, like
Yeah, that's what we
like the
that's what
Kiwis.
we've done. Like, other cycles. Like, I'm not too sure if it would happen in this NZ Bitcoiners, but like, because this is like a little group that I started up. But like,
Yep.
generally, just with normal Twitter Spaces, that will happen.
Yeah,
Just
right.
random dudes jump in. Yeah, I'm not too sure if maybe some random people have just jumped in. Like, I think it's public and open, so it can happen sometimes. It just depends. Oh, we are not in a particularly good time zone for most of like America, whatever's like asleep.
Yeah,
So,
you're right. Well, I'm just
so
talking about just for Kiwi plebs who don't know nothing about it,
oh yeah,
that want to come on and
Yeah.
hear like the 10 most basic things you need to know about Bitcoin to understand it.
Well, that I don't think they're on Twitter. I think they're on Facebook.
Yeah, fuck that.
But oh well, I'm into it, bro. I'm onto it. Like I'm keen to do like a Facebook Live and try and do that kind of stuff. That's what I'm keen to work on.
Especially if the number starts to boost, you're going to get a lot of people like, fuck.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, for sure. Like, yeah, there'll be heaps of people joining the group, and yeah, I want to have. I mean, we've already got some pretty good resources out there for them, but I am going to do, work on my own stuff.
Yeah. They totally see it, and so the orange pill just is a norm. Like for my kids, I think it's just normal for them.
Yeah, they
don't understand it, but they see the number go up and they see it's hard money, right?
Yeah, like they're not born into the system like you were. Like
they're born into a Bitcoin system where they see, oh yeah, I can put my money here, and it goes, oh shit, that goes up. Oh, that works. Then it goes boring for ages, and they're like, Dad, nothing's happening. Like, oh, just wait.
Time to get more.
Yeah, get more. Yeah.
Yeah, instead of
that's
melting away.
Exactly, man. 100%. All right, guys, I got to go.
Yeah, bro. Catch you later.
Thank you.
Ciao, dude. About Philip or Malika? Just want to say hi. Share your Bitcoin story. Who you are, what you do. Fame, aim, or game. I heard about. I was listening to this podcast about conversation frameworks, which I just did it for myself, and I was trying to do it with people, but it could be a bit doxing, I think. But name, same, fame, aim, game, and just a great way to have a conversation. Like name what your name, your company name, same like what you do, the same as everyone else. Like a builder, educator, teacher or something, fame, like what's made you famous, and then aim, like your 90-day goals, and then your game is like your 3-year, 6-year goals. I'll read you my one, eh? That was my little thing. But anyway, I guess we'll close this out. It's been an hour. It's good. Maybe do it next week. 3, 2, 1. Goodbye.